Beyond the Scoreboard. This is an amazing evening. We've been talking about this before, and it has been known for a while as the center of soccer in Loudoun County. Now it's Segra Field. The guy that put the deal together, Jim Nestor, the VP of Marketing and Public Affairs for Segra. First of all, thank you for doing this.
Yeah, thanks, Rick. We're really excited about this. You know, it's one of those things where if it's a fantastic opportunity to get our brand out there, leverage the brand. We've been involved with baseball stadiums in the past, you know, in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and Columbia, South Carolina. This is our first entry into soccer. Really excited. It's really a boost to our efforts here in Loudoun County as a company, and we're excited about it.
How much of it was the vision of the ownership? How much of it was the multi-purpose nature of the facility? In fact, it's TV. How much was Loudoun County? Maybe it's a combination.
I think it's a combination of all those things. You know, it's one of those things where if it was just about putting a name on a stadium, it probably wouldn't have the level of support it did in our company. Right. But when you look at it as a means of really being a part of and driving economic development in Loudoun County, working with DC United, Loudoun United, the Board of Supervisors, the county itself, the chamber, all that. It's really more about that than it is about anything else.
All right, elevator speech about Segra, go.
Yeah, so Segra is one of the largest independent fiber bandwidth companies in the U.S. It's the result of a merger between Lumos Networks and Spirit Communications. We rebranded as Segra earlier this year. Segra is an ancient Swedish verb meaning to win, as in to overcome, to prevail. We are, you know, one of the largest, like I said. It's 21,000 fiber route miles, connecting to more than 9,000 on-net buildings, connecting to more than 44 data centers, you know, providing services to education, healthcare, finance, government, professional services, and a host of others.
Which, of course, answers my next question as someone who's been in the industry, which is, why do you do it? And the answer is because you're a well-known company that's just merged and rebranded, and this is a perfect opportunity for you to get the word out.
Absolutely, it is. You know, when you look at, you know, establishing a brand, you're looking for both those internal and external brand ambassadors. And, you know, by connecting to, you know, baseball and now Loudoun United soccer, it's a fantastic way to garner new supporters, new brand ambassadors to tell our story.
And so the interesting thing is everybody finds its own worth. Interestingly enough, Heinz is now going to renegotiate its deal in Pittsburgh. They jimmied it to be $57 million because there's 57 flavors. You've got other big companies like Citibank, $20 million a year for stadium. You're in the growing business, but you're also activating with just the name on the facility. So I assume the 10,000 kids that play soccer in Loudoun County, very important to you as well.
Oh, absolutely. And one of the first things we did after announcing not only our support of Loudoun United was we announced our support and worked with Colin at Loudoun Youth Soccer as well. So just across the street from this facility, we're going to be supporting the youth here in this county as well.
So tell me the story a little bit about how this happened. I know you were talking about how the entire company kind of coalesced behind this idea, but do you get proposals? Do you look at certain things that fit the bandwidth? All of a sudden, this comes to the top? Do you say, I'm going to do a naming deal and this is it? How does it evolve?
You know, it's interesting. You know, as a VP of Marketing, I'm managing all of our sponsorship and activation strategy from our entire footprint. But this was one of those things where we were considering being involved at a lower level. And, you know, I talked about Adam Banky and Jason, and we found out that the naming rights were available. We looked at it. I went through some analysis on some financial models and some sponsorship ROI models, and looked at our business opportunities in this market as well, and it just made sense.
Makes sense. Let's focus on that for a second. Gone are the days where you find the CEO that played golf and you hook them up, and all of a sudden that's the deal that has to be done. You do some rigorous analysis. There's a little bit of gut. There's a little bit of ROI. What's the mixture? What's the criteria?
Well, I think there's a certain amount of, there's a good balance between doing well and doing good. Yeah. And this strikes that balance, right? We're a company that's growing. We're investing throughout our footprint, throughout the Mid-Atlantic and the Southeast. We're also very invested in the communities in which we do business. You know, we're local. We have a world-class fiber network, but we have local customer service. And that means being part of local means being part of things that drive the local lifestyle, if you will, being part of that community. And Loudoun United or baseball stadiums in other states, they do exactly that.
And so from an academic kind of business perspective, it's not just slapping your name on a facility. and seeing what the ROI looks like. It's getting involved.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. We have a good group here tonight. We'll be utilizing these tickets on our own with our customers, with prospects. We'll be donating them to first responders and military. We'll be donating them to youth soccer organizations around the region as well. It's being very much a part of the community. And you would never just put your sticker on the car and not go to a race, right? That's the sponsorship, but there's the activation that goes along with it. So how do we activate on that? We have a good, steady, solid program of how we'll activate on soccer with our entry into the soccer world, just as we have with minor league baseball and college sports.
It seems like, as you said, minor league baseball, college sports, and this here has a lot in common, which is the ability to reach the grassroots, the ability to do some things from the ground up, right?
Yeah, it does. And what's unique about all of those sports, I think, if you do it right and you have a good activation strategy, you're able to activate at both the grass tops and the grassroots level. And that's important to us, right? We obviously want to be very involved in the community, but we also want to be one amongst and one of the business leaders and community leaders as well.
So Jim Nestor, worldwide marketing expert, certainly at Segra, you look ahead 5 years and you say this deal was successful because?
I think this deal is successful because we contributed to the community. We provided a service from a community standpoint, but we also help drive business and drive economic development in the region and provide infrastructure that is much needed. Infrastructure that's equal to, the roads, the sewer, the utilities. This is paramount to this region, is that infrastructure we're going to be providing. So it's a win-win because we're able to provide a service to the region, drive economic development, but also get out there and be amongst the grass tops and grassroots at this venue and just have fun.
And have fun. The bottom line of that is, so at the risk of mixing a furniture analogy, this is a 5-legged stool. There are a lot of stools involved in this one, and you are a major part of it. Jim Nestor, public affairs marketing guru at Segra, thank you very much. Rick Horrow, sports professor.